Hi, I'm Don Dulchinos. I'm Senior Vice President of Advertising and Interactive Services at CableLabs. CableLabs is an industry-wide research and development consortium. Our members are cable companies, and we work on standards and specifications for new technology. And the one that's interesting to talk about here is what we call the EBIF standard, which is a standard for interactive television. It's the Enhanced Binary Interchange Format. And you don't have to remember that because now you just remember ebif.tv and you can find out a lot of information about us. You know, in a way, there's nothing new about interactive television except there's been no standard way to do it. And what EBIF does is create a platform that the cable companies have put out there and is now in over 10 million homes and will soon be over 20 million by the end of 2010. Now you've got a scale and a footprint that makes it interesting to developers, broadcasters, and cable programmers to do interesting applications on that platform and interactive entertainment, but also kind of a critical component is interactive advertising as a way to juice up the advertising business. Well, it's kind of coming together. I would say there's the MSO community itself, and so across all Comcast, Time Warner Cable, Cox, Charter, Bright House, they're all lined up on that standard. So that's the platform and the delivery. You've also got now the programmers, broadcasters, and premium cable networks like Showtime and Stars, or you've got HSN as a shopping network doing it, and increasingly the broadcasters with their broad footprint are interested as well. And advertisers. There's an industry joint venture called Canoe, which has started to attract the attention of advertisers as a way to create more interactive and engaging advertising around this platform. I think the challenges for interactive are first getting the customers engaged and interested. So over the past year, we've seen some initial rollouts of products and getting customers used to the idea that you can interact with what you see on the screen, having a common look and feel for how you do that. That's the first step of it. A second step is to broaden the footprint, go beyond 10, 20 million to 50, 60 million households, and that's a lot of block and tackling at sort of the engineering end. So that's a challenge for the cable companies to put the effort in the technology behind that. And then once you have kind of that platform in place in the customer interest, it's bringing along the programmers who haven't used it before to try to explore the format, and now you get the creative people involved, and the creative people actually will expand what the platform can do and help us define the next pieces of the technology so you can do richer experiences and more interesting and engaging kinds of applications. So one of the interesting things here is having kind of come this far with a linear television model, and we've got this EBIF standard and others that are really incremental gains on that. At the same time, what I hear a lot at this show is much more about multiple devices that customers are using, iPhones and PDAs and computers to access video in those contexts. And that just is a whole different mindset that has to come back into this television space. And what can we learn from those areas? And I don't know about anybody else, but I'm learning a ton from what I'm hearing here. It's a great lineup of folks. Yeah, the cable companies working with us and also in their own shops are thinking about how does the video move from device to device. There's a kind of a program and an idea out there called TV Anywhere, where indeed once you're a cable customer, can you watch your video where you want it and when you want it, and making that possible is it's an engineering challenge as well. But again, it's extending sort of what we know, which is the television business, into these other spaces. But then it's not exactly the same experience. So big screen versus small screen, what do you do then? Fixed versus mobile, is that a different way that customers want to engage with that content? So broadening out the scope of what the cable industry does. It's fun, it's interesting.